Hi, welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach first grade in the Windsor C1 School District. That's in Imperial, Missouri. This is
Mrs. Forth. Hi, everybody. I'm from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to be here with you today as we learn a little bit about reading and math. So before we start, we really want to know,
where are you? Are you near the airport? Top Golf? Are you out at Six Flags?
That's where I live.
Yay! Are you near the Magic House? Closer to the zoo? Maybe you are close to the St. Louis Arch or the Mississippi River. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit south of St. Louis in Herculaneum near the Mississippi River.
It looks like we have friends from all over St. Louis joining us today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our welcome poem. I'm going to point to the words. Feel free to join along with me as I say them. Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are you today? We are so glad to be with you, learning math and reading too.
And speaking of how are you today, we need to do a zone check because before we get ready to learn, each day we check in on our body and brain. Really smart scientists that study brains know that happy, calm brains do the best learning. If you are in the green zone, that means that you are calm, you are happy, and you are ready to complete your work, help others, and reach your daily goals. And this is the hand signal. So if you are in green zone, show me you're green and good to go. If you are in the blue zone, you might be feeling a little slow and low today. You might need to draw a picture, get a hug, or think some happy thoughts to be ready to learn. Your hand signal will look like this. If you are in the yellow zone, you're maybe a little frustrated, anxious, or maybe just really excited in a good way, but not ready to learn yet. So you need to take some deep breaths, get a hug, or talk to an adult that can help you be ready. If you are in the red zone, you have flipped your lid. Your hand signal looks like this, and you're probably not learning with this right now. You're very angry or upset about something. You need to stop, get help from an adult, take some deep breaths, and check the size of your problem. So show me your hand signal. Are you green zone and good to go? I hope you are. If you are blue, yellow, or red, choose one of our strategies to help you get ready to learn.
Are you guys ready to get started today? All right, before we start, let's do our Room 9 chant. Can you read this along with us? Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am brave. I am me.
Hi, friends. Welcome back. For today, I thought we could spend our entire time together celebrating sight words. You know that I love sight words. I talk to you guys all the time about sight words because sight words are words that we see over and over again in our reading and we use over and over again in our writing. And we're going to do just that today. But before we read and write, we're going to play a little sight word game. So I wrote some of our sight words on this piece of paper. And your job is going to be to find these words around my room. They're going to pop up on orange pieces of paper like this. And when I say one of the words, your job is to tell me, where do you see that sight word? Are you ready to try it? Okay, what I'm going to need you to do is close your eyes. We're going to count down from 10. When you open your eyes, words are going to be all around me. And your job is to help match the sight words. Okay, close your eyes. Close them tight. I see you peeking. Close them, close them. 3, 2, 1, open. What do you see? There are words all over the place. All right, let's see if you can find the words on the paper. All right, let's see. Can you find the word this? You find the word this. You found it. You guys are pointing to the top of my bookshelf. That's right. The word this. Okay. How about the word is? Can you spot the word is? I know, did you see that? It ran away from us. It didn't want to be spotted. It was right here on my jacket and then it fell down. The word is. Okay, how about the word a? A. Where is it? By the number 9 on my room 9 chart. Good eyes. What? There's a word on my chair? What word do you see on my chair? What word is that? Yeah, it's the word it. It. You guys are amazing at hunting for sight words. Okay, we have 4 more to find. Can you find the word live? Where is it? Can you describe where it is? It's on the shelf. Okay. I see 2 words on the shelf. Which one is live? Can you spell the word for me? L-I-V-E. Yes, live. Live. Okay. The next word I want you to find. In. Can you find the word in? The other one on the shelf. Yeah, it was close to the word live. N-I-N. Good job. Okay, how about the word? What is that word? The. Good reading. The. It's on my plant. Sure is. The. We've got 1 word left. The last word is can. Can you find can? Yeah, it's on my room 9 sign. Can. C-A-N. Can. Good job, sight word hunters. You found all the words. Now that we found all these sight words, we're actually going to use these sight words as readers. Yesterday, we practiced a little bit on how to read our sight words in a snap. It's important to be a fluent reader. Fluent readers read the way they sound when they talk. And so we're going to use the same book again, Where Do Animals Live by Bobbie Kalman. And this is published by Crabtree Publishing. Thank you to the publisher and the author for giving us this book to share today. So in this book, we've read all about different animals and places where animals live, habitats. So we're going to reread a page again, but this time we're going to be on the lookout for our sight words, and we're going to read them in a snap, okay? All right, here we go. I think we should go back to our box page again. This time, I want you to really notice sight words, and I'm going to underline them as you notice them, okay? So I'm going to use the back side of my pen, and then I'm going to actually underline them if you say, that's a sight word, Mrs. Forth. Ready? Ready? Okay. A grassland is a flat habitat that is covered with grasses and other plants. This grassland is called a meadow. Many red foxes live in meadows. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sight words just on that page. 11. That's 11 words that we can read in a snap. Okay, I'm going to read the first sentence, and then I want you to reread it a second time along with me. Okay? Listen carefully how I read our sight words in a snap. A grassland is a flat habitat that is covered with grasses and other plants. Did you notice how I had is a, that is? I said it in a way where you could tell I knew them in a snap. Do you want to try reading it along with me? Okay. A grassland is a flat habitat that is covered with grasses and other plants. Let's try the next sentence. This grassland is called a meadow. Read along with me. This grassland is called a meadow. Many red foxes live in meadows. Many red foxes live in meadows. Great reading. Remember, when you notice your sight words, you can read them in a snap, and it helps you sound like a more fluent reader. So I always say you need to know the sight words in books, but also as an author. You guys are writers too, so let's use what we've learned from Bobbie Kalman's book about red foxes to write our own page about red foxes. Want to try it? Okay, we're going to use our sight words to help us out. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is probably draw a little picture of a red fox. So I remember, hey, I'm writing all about red foxes. I'm actually going to use this to help me out. So I'm noticing the shape of the fox. There we go, and his cute, beady little eyes, and his little nose. And he's got some whiskers. Okay, now later I can go back and add details to my picture and color it. Right now, let's think about the words. What is this again? This is a red fox. This is a. We're already writing a sentence using sight words that we know. Can you help me? This. That's right, THIS. This is a red fox. Stretch those out. Red. That's right. Red fox. This is a red fox. Where does the red fox live? Where does the red fox live? Do you guys remember? Where does that red fox live? Yeah, in a habitat, that's right. But what kind of habitat? A grassland? A meadow? Yeah, many red foxes live in meadows. So we could write, it lives in the meadow. Let's try it. Ready? It, right, IT, lives. Here's the word live. I wonder, how can I take the word live and make it say lives? What do I need to do to that? Lives. Add an S. Yes. Okay. It lives in the THE meadow. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually use the book to help me spell that word. Meadow. Let's see. Meadow. I located this bold word meadow, and that's going to help me write the word meadow. Meadow. It lives in the meadow. Perfect. Let's go back and reread the page that we wrote. This is a red fox. It lives in the meadow. I can write a page like that about a lot of the animals that we saw in this book. Remember, we saw the sloth. I know you guys like that page too. Yeah, the sloth lives in a rainforest. Yeah, I could say this is a sloth. It lives in a rainforest. I can even say it can climb trees. Wow, did you notice how many of our sight words helped us as we were authors of our very own book? You can do this too. So remember, practice your sight words every day because they help you read words in a snap and write words in a snap. Thanks for joining me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Time for you to go show off your math skills. Off you go.
Thanks, Mrs. Forth. All right, guys, that means it's time for us to get growing our math brains. When we start off each day, we do a little mental math warm-up of some counting, and we've been working hard on skip counting lately. We recognize that counting by ones is a great strategy, but once our numbers start to get a little bit bigger, sometimes counting by ones can be exhausting. It takes a while to get where you're going, the bigger your numbers get. So we've been practicing counting by fives, and we'll do a little more of that today. So it looks like we're going to be brushing our hair by fives all the way to 50. So here we go on our skip counting. Get your hairbrush ready. Kind of a hand brush, isn't it? All right, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, other side, 45, 50. All right, well, now that we've got our hair in order, we are ready to start some math. We're going to be focusing on fives today. We know that counting by fives is a good strategy to count up when our numbers get larger, and we're going to kind of explore all the ways to make 5. We know that when we're using a 10 frame, that 1 full row makes 5, and 2 full rows makes 10. So let's use our 10 frame to help make rows of 5. Let's see all the ways that we can add on to make 5. Let's just say that your school day is almost over. You have one more assignment. Your teacher said that you could use fall leaves to make a pretty art project. You've already found one colorful fall leaf, but you need to know how many more to get to 5. She said to use 5 colorful fall leaves to make your picture. We're going to write the number sentence to go with that. So we have 1. How many more do we need to make 5? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you say 4? Let's go ahead and put this into our number sentence. We have a full row now, so we know that's 5. Let's read it together. 1 plus 4 equals 5. All right, we've already got one way to make 5. I'm going to go ahead and put some tallies at the top of our board. Each time we find a new way to make 5, we'll tally it up here. All right, let's say that after your project was done, you had put all 5 pretty fall leaves onto your paper. It was time for dinner, and your job at dinner time was to get everyone a drink. You already have 3 cups of water ready to go, but you have 5 family members. How many more cups do you need to make 5? 3 and what would give you the 5 that you need? I'm going to let you write the number sentence and finish your frame. Remember, we're making 5. Does it look like this? If not, that's okay. Just go ahead and fix it. You're growing your brain. You're trying something new and challenging your brain to grow. So you started with 3 cups of water and you added on 2 more to get the 5 cups for everyone in your family to have a drink. Let's read our number sentence. 3 plus 2 equals 5. That's different than our last number sentence, so we have another way to make 5. Let's scoot this out of the way. Now, as you were getting those glasses of water ready for your family, your mom said, "Oh no, we need napkins also." Now, how many people were we getting water for? We were getting it for 5 people. So we need how many napkins? 5. Everyone needs them. But What she didn't realize was you were thinking ahead. You had already put out 5 napkins. What would your number sentence look like? How many would you need to add on to have the 5 napkins for everyone? Are you thinking hard? Are you rating your number sentence? Looks like you're doing a good job. If you already have 5 napkins, do you need any more? No. Read our number sentence. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Your mom says, thanks. That was a big help. You're being super responsible. That was another way to make 5. Now let's just say after dinner, you had soccer practice. Now, last week, you scored 5 goals. Halfway through practice, you've already scored 2. How many more do you need to score to make that 5? Go ahead and write the number sentence to finish your frame. So you started with 2. How many did you have to add on to make 5? Did you say 3 more? Yep, we've definitely got a full row. Let's read our number sentence. 2 plus 3 equals 5. There's another way to make 5. Wow, guys, who knew there were so many ways to make 5? All right, so you're at practice and you brought water for your teammates. Everybody's thirsty, they've worked hard. You get out 3 bottles of water. But you have 5 teammates. We don't want them to be thirsty. How many more bottles of water do you need to get out for your friends? Go ahead and write the number sentence. Fill in your frame to help you make 5. It's looking good. All right, if you started with 3, how many did you have to add on to make 5? Yep, you shared 2 more bottles of water with your friends. That gave us 5. We have a full frame now. Read the number sentence with me. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Hey, do you see that this is the flip-flop of the problem we did last time? Last time we had 2 goals and we had to get 3 more to make 5. So we did the flip-flop, but that's still 1 more way to make 5. Hey, look at that. That makes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Last things last. It's almost time for bed. You need to get out 5 things to be ready for school tomorrow. You need your socks, your shirt, your shoes, your jacket, and your backpack. That's 5 things, and you've already got 4 of them out. How many more do you need to make all 5 things that you are responsible for? Did you say just 1 more? Yes, you had 4 things ready. You had to get 1 more thing out. I bet it was that backpack to make 5. Do you have a full row? All right, now, if you notice, this is the flip-flop of the problem we did first with our leaves. We had 1 leaf and we needed 4 more to make 5. That's another way to make 5. Wow, who knew there were so many ways to make 5? I bet you could even think of 1 more way. That's my challenge to you. Our time together today is finished, but there's 1 more way, 1 more flip-flop you could do to make 5. So be thinking on that. Make sure that you take your Room 9 rules with you everywhere you go today. Rule 1 is be safe. Wash those hands. Keep your hands, feet, and things to yourself. Be responsible by taking care of your things, doing your work and your chores. Make sure that you are respectful. Use nice words and a nice voice, and make choices that make you feel warm and happy inside. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.